suppose I should tell you a story about this one. I'm not sure if you want to hear it, but that was a little bit of a leading question, wasn't it there? So the story is, I'm a really huge fan of Farron.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. She's like one of the best, I don't know, she's like one of my top songwriters for sure. And so I was quite obsessed with her. When I first came out, this guy gave me a couple of her tapes back in the day. And I was just totally blown away. He gave me the one album Driver, and I just was like, wow, I just want to write songs like that. And so I developed this healthy obsession for Farron, so years later, I was at in 2007. I played at Michigan Women's Festival, and I was doing my sound check in the morning, and there was nobody there because it was like really early, and all the lesbians were still sleeping. And so I'm playing my thing, and it's really hot, and the sun's coming down, and no one's there. It's me and the sound people, and this person comes walking down the path, and I'm doing my little song and stuff, and I sort of like squinted and like, holy shit, that's Farron. And I'm like, in my head, like I'm doing this little tape in my head, like stay composed, be cool, just it's all right, you know. And anyways, afterwards I go backstage and she's sitting there, and I go sit down beside her, and pretty ballsy. And she said, I really like your music, and I was like, I was kind of shocked inside, so I didn't really say much because I didn't know what to say. And then she said, I'd love for you to come. I'm having a women's songwriting workshop at the end of the festival, and I want you to come. And I want you to sing, because we're going to do a concert. I want you to do a few songs and stuff. And I just like did this weird thing in my head where I just didn't. You never do something where you like you give an answer before thinking about it. So and then afterwards you kick yourself, right? So I said no to her. Because I know, so dumb, and because I couldn't figure out how I was going to get home or stay in Michigan for like another week and then fly home, and like I had all this stuff to do in Vancouver, so I was like, you know, I can't come. I have a job and blah blah blah, like all these lame excuses, right? And so she's sort of like, okay, well, you know, whatever, and that was it for her. And then I went home after that. I was like, oh my god, I just said no to Farron. And what a dumbass thing to do. And so like I cried for like about 3 weeks after that. I was so bummed. And not because I said no necessarily to Farron. Like it was that was hard, right? But it was also because I realized at the end of all of that is that I really said no to myself, right? And so that was a really huge lesson for me about like, you know, some of the choices I make in my life and stuff. And so you know, it's hard when we do that stuff, right? And so I wrote this song, and then the next year I went back, and my partner all but dragged me over to talk to her and tell her the story and sing her the song. So I did tell her the story, and then she asked me to come back because they were having a women's writing workshop at her place a week later, and did I want to sing? And this time I said yes, so I redeemed myself. So here's the song, it's called Rise Up. Long explanation. Maybe just a touch more guitar in. Thanks. It's been a rough morning. In fact, it's been a rough week. The sky is blue, but I don't hear you calling me. And I miss this train. I didn't even hear her pull into the station. And now I'm waiting all alone in my shame. You asked me over to sing a few. I said, can't, I got a job to do. And I felt that familiar nothingness coming through. What is it that keeps me frozen even when it's warm outside? What is it that keeps me down when I'm supposed to fly? I'm supposed to fly. See, there's old blood coursing through me from the lives that have gone before me, and it slows me down now and then, and despair built my bones, and fear forged my flesh. But there's a warrior spirit somewhere in here too, and the truth is that life has always terrified me, but dying empty always terrified me more. It terrifies me more, yeah. And I know how to make friends with other people, but I haven't yet learned how to make friends with myself. So I play music to fill that space in me, and I know the earth has birthed a place for me, and it's the heart that we've got to pay mind to, or we may find ourselves where we ain't supposed to be. And sometimes I can't see beyond my own eyes, but I know inside that I'm gonna rise up. I'm gonna rise up, yeah. I'm gonna rise up, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna rise.